What's up, everybody?
What is going on,
Youcas
everybody?
Touch.
Youcas Touch. I'm Scott Oliver.
Will Wilson.
Youcas Touch Music Group. This is the Producer Spotlight.
Yeah.
We are spotlighting not only this the month of September releases, but we are spotlighting a whole company revolution and evolution in music and music quality, and we want you to be a part. Come on and join us.
Glad to have you aboard. Let's go.
Let's talk about the making of and what we went through, our thought process. Let's start off with He's There, the Terrence Project.
He's There, I think it's a great song, and you and I really had to go through a process of understanding it's a classic song, to really kind of put classic music with it and be relevant at the same time.
Yeah, kind of keeping it inspirational, good enough for the church, but we wanted to go kind of R&B.
Yeah.
So there was a little production work we had to think through.
Yeah, to capture, and that's one of those kind of fine line kind of things. And so I think we did a good job at capturing that. Plus, he's a really soulful voice, so that kind of helps in the production. We weren't wrong in assuming to go the way we did.
Next up was Beautiful. I had a lot of fun doing Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, you know, this is the first since we made these major changes.
Right.
And so everything's kind of brand new, but some of the stuff's are remixes that we're making originals.
Yeah.
And Beautiful, we made it a Beautiful a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah. Right.
But it wasn't really that hot.
Yeah.
And so this one is nothing but, I think.
Well, I think it kind of marks a production evolution for us, and I think the approach out of everything, talent always increases, but I think the approach that you and I took or are taking initially, even going in, makes a huge difference in what the output of the song is. So I agree with you. It was really fun to be able to put something like that together, but to be able to put our heads together and find it a lot easier than back in 2016 makes me excited for people to hear it.
Yeah, and that was a urban soul created under these new kind of urban R&B tracks that we're making that are urban breakdown.
Yeah, urban breakdown.
And so I'd love for y'all to want our fans to look for the urban breakdown, because that's a hot series.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was next? Love and Grace. Oh man, Antonio Cindy on guitar.
Yeah, phenomenal.
I had a great time with forming those drums, and we did the drums 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But man, that jazz is...
And I think it's another evolution as well.
Woo.
You know, trying to honor the genre, but also honor what's being done with us.
Right.
And so we want people to see, our heart is feel good, positivity, make them dance, and respect the genre, all bunched up at the same time and tied in together. Yeah. So I think that's captured, and now it's just a matter of understanding when, for instance, when a guitar plays, what to do.
Exactly.
What to do.
If to do anything. It depends on the guitar player. It depends on if, like when we're doing the guitar part.
Yeah.
We automatically are matching it.
Yeah.
But it's something different when you have an outsider come in and add his part.
And it makes it fun too.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's usually something in the production within what you and I are doing is going to trigger it. It's going to trigger this response. And I think this song is kind of an evolution of that as well.
Yeah. Next would be Never Be the Same. The original, again, was by Dick Rose.
Yeah.
Working with one of our artists in the UK.
Right.
Chloe. And she's about that big, but her voice is about that.
Absolutely.
Incredible vocals.
Yeah.
Incredible control.
Yeah.
Again, it was fun. We went through 3 renditions, I think 2 renditions,
Yeah.
but I like what we ended up with.
Yeah, I think this kind of, if I was kind of to sum up,
Pop genre.
yeah, pop. I would say pop is probably the most accurate, but I would kind of sum it up as, evolution and like you said, 2 or 3 times finding something. So we're talking careful craftsmanship. Not that the others wasn't. It's just that there's more tools and tool shed now to be able to do the work. So I think that's another one that people will really, really enjoy.
There's not a lot of history from us to this project because it's we took just some things we wanted to vibe on as our first release.
Yeah.
And you're really talking about almost all of last year structuring,
Yeah.
doing our final structuring, and then this year, at the beginning of the year, having a release, and then I can't even tell you what happened
Yeah.
for the next 5 or 6 months. We were traveling,
Yeah.
had a couple of events we had to go through, musical events, and
Yeah.
just some of everything.
And I think some of it is personal development and production development.
Yeah, I think more production because we wanted our sound to be better.
Yeah.
And so instead of just putting something out,
Well, we went to the woodshed, if you will.
yeah, you and I kind of
We had to go to the woodshed and really capture. We
Yeah.
first agreed what we want to capture.
Yeah.
And then we set out, okay, how are we going to capture it within what it is that
Exactly.
we do?
Exactly.
And then
And not always knowing.
No,
We don't sit down with
Yeah,
composed idea
right.
and then just laying that out. No, we actually start from scratch.
Yeah.
Just to give. This is why we do the Producer's Corner, so that our fans can understand that a lot of our stuff is straight from scratch.
Yeah.
We it's God imposed because we don't have an idea. We have an idea,
Yeah.
but we don't have a structured, written out, laid out musical idea.
Right.
We just kind of begin to vibe and
Yeah.
develop the
No, I
tracks.
think it's vibing off of each other and what each other does.
Yeah.
Generally, when you lay drums, I'm working based upon what you're laying. So I think it's, when I say craftsmanship, I think that's what it is. If we were doing houses, every house would be different.
Right.
So I think in this case, it's the same kind of a concept.
The next thing was we had a ball doing this.
Yeah.
The final act.
Yeah. Now that's some stuff. It's fun. You know? You just get to the fun and just kind of celebrate being able to put things together and vibe. That's an easier vibe. And it's a make them dance kind of a situation.
Yeah. The final act is from the house division. So this was house. It just was a great clubby, jazzy vibe.
Yeah, that's a good description.
That great drums. Definitely makes you want to move.
Yeah.
I love the way that you enveloped the music in there.
Yeah.
It's just one you got to hear, really.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it kind of captures. You always said to me the Ibiza kind of a sound, and I think that kind of captures. And I think the beauty of even the production is to be able to decide to go in a direction and then have the ability to actually go in that direction. I think is phenomenal.
I think it's the reason why we want people to listen to our music, because it's made special. It's not thrown together.
Yeah.
It's not loopy.
Yeah.
Our music has a quality of its own and a uniqueness, and I think the more people listen to it, they'll get that.
And I think this song kind of represents the fun part of that whole journey.
The Yucas Touch house journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that, and a couple ones we got coming up here over the next couple of months, all exemplify our unique,
I would agree,
singular sound.
Yeah.
Because it's not like anybody else. We've been culturing our own and making it unique, and still where it's got to be the quality of what house is all about.
Yeah.
I think our music is.
That's the exciting part about it, is to be able to. We want people to share the experience with us.
Next is We go into Save Me, which is an EDM track. It's kind of it's not a chill EDM, it's a groove EDM. And,
yeah, this one captured a groove.
much like,
Migs?
yeah,
Yeah.
Migs.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
kind of like the tracks that Migs make. I love this stuff.
Yeah, because he finds the groove, and I think groove is
I
really,
think that's what we've been doing.
I would agree.
If I were to talk about, to put a spotlight on it,
Yeah.
apropos, the spotlight would be that these tracks, we're always trying to find a groove.
Yeah.
Even if it's slow, it's still a groove. It's a slower groove, but
Yeah.
that's kind of where we're coming from.
Yeah.
So the vibe is there, and you can feel the music.
Yeah, I think the heart of it is captured when you can find it and then lift it to where it's supposed to be, and then build the beauty around it. However that is, it's really no specific way to do it.
No,
It's case by case, as they say. But I think this is another case. You know, shout out to Caitlin, and to be able to
Naomi.
Yeah.
On
beautiful. But just to be
Yeah.
able to take the talents of people and put what we do with it and make one big, beautiful creation is kind of what this month and the months to come are going to typify.
Definitely.
And that's what we want people to really grab a hold to.
Yeah.
There's something in there for everybody.
Yeah. That's
Something
what
there for
we try to do every month.
Yeah,
So and even a little more often if we can in some cases.
yeah,
Now we get to Storyteller, but we've got Storyteller has Dick Groves,
Yes.
our CEO from the UK,
Yeah.
who runs our UK division. Now that is a division,
yeah,
but he's got his own producer's corner. We put that out already, so
yeah,
folks look for the producer's spotlight for the Storyteller.
yeah,
Just a brief synopsis: Storyteller is 9 hot tracks from Bob Lucido
yes,
out of New York, who really tells the story with his songs. Really, just get the background scoop on it. In closing, let's talk about Dick Groves, his latest EP. Now he's got one coming up, but he's
Right.
going to have his own producer spotlight.
right.
I want our fans to look forward to it.
There's a mix of jazz, Americana, ballads, which I think Dick is phenomenal at, and I think this kind of relates to us in the sense of it's an evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly want to call the record the work that Dick has put in growing as a producer.
Right.
And I think this month's EP release is going to show that.
Man, we're really in support. And by the way, Dick Groves did all the production for Storyteller as well.
Absolutely.
The guy has evolved also.
Yes.
Been with us 6 years,
Yeah.
7 years.
Right.
We stand behind the music. It's great music. It's nostalgia. It's Storyteller. It's folky. It's a little different than the urban and the pop and the top 40 and the jazz that we do. You know, it's great to have him aboard to do that. That kind of adult contemporary that still can go for. Some are great releases. Some can be licensing.
Yeah.
But still great music.
Yeah,
You gotta have quality, great music. That's what it's all about.
I agree.
Close this out.
Well, again, we're excited. And this represents not just a 1 month evolution, but this is going to be a continual evolution.
Yep.
And this is going to be what you're going to see from Touch Music Group, all of its artists and its producers. You're going to see these things. We want you to know it's going to be quality music. It's going to be positivity. It's going to be make you dance, make you think, motivate you, inspire you. But this is what it's going to be. The only thing that will really change is who's performing and who's producing and who's singing, and maybe the songs and the songwriters. But all of what we're saying as far as the quality, it's going to be there. So we're really excited to unveil what's going on in Touch Music Group, and we want you to be a part of it.
Yeah, and we got a ton of new people coming along,
And
a
we're
ton of
excited
new
to have them.
writers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're looking for just some great quality stuff. And we'll talk more about that in some corporate news,
Yeah.
where we talk about some of the stuff we're expecting later on, early 2020,
Yeah.
maybe some late December stuff. So,
Absolutely. And lastly, we want to acknowledge all fans, supporters, followers,
yeah.
everybody who's loyally
Yes.
stuck with us and been with us from the first day of the journey
Yep.
and all parts in between. We really appreciate the support. And trust me, you're the reason why we do this, because
That's
we
right.
want to please those people who have been in support of us from day one.
Yeah. I'm Will Deep House Wilson,
And I'm Scott Oliver.
and we are
Lucas
Lucas
Touch.
Touch.
Producer's Corner, and we are glad to have you. And we
Producer
want.
Spotlight.
Oh, we got to do it all over again.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Roll. All right, Scott. So, Producer's Corner. Producer Spotlight.